trade, whatever you want to call it, type of game. If you ever heard of oh, this is starting good. I got disconnected straight away. Perfect. Just awesome. Well, that's how it goes. I'm gonna reconnect again. So I'm playing this mod for the game Freelancer that you're seeing in front of me right now. Right now it's pretty boring. I'm just inside a planet. I'm gonna try to buy some cannons for my ships. I ended up flying into a freaking planet and losing all my cargo and didn't have any money, so I had to sell all of my guns to buy some cargo to actually buy back this. But here we go at least. Let's just see. I'm gonna have some of these. Mounted. Okay. That's pretty fine. I'm good again. I still have 2 mil, which is pretty good. So today what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna focus on trading. I'm gonna get into the game here, and we're gonna figure out what cargo we're supposed to. I already have a route planned out from beforehand. So what I really want to do is just see if I can sell something. I'm going to California system. So the systems are named after real life. Like it's kind of planet Earth just starts exploring the whole white space, and they just what do you call that? Make colonies, right? So they call it like New York is England, like people from York named it New York or whatever. This is kind of the same, that there are systems called California, New York, whatever, Alaska, and so on, which are part of the Liberty political house, or whatever you want to call it. And then there's the English political house that has, you know, London and London system and Newcastle system and all of these big cities, and within these systems you have smaller bases. So I'm just trying to sell. Oh, you can see here I can make just a few bucks on this. That's pretty cool. So let's do like this. All right, and then we'll just take off. So you can see here we have the gameplay itself. I want to go to California first of all. I just need to figure out where I was going to sell this before I start doing the actual trade route. So let's just see. California is about so I can apparently go to I just need to remember correctly where I have to buy the other stuff I need to buy as well. So I need to go to Riverside Station to buy Synthgel and sell that to Planet Hamburg. So let's just see, where do we have Riverside Station? Is that's up there? Okay, so that's up here. So I need to either way go to either Planet Los Angeles, or I'll just go to LA. It's fine. Who doesn't want to go to LA? Such a sunny and nice place, right? So the cool thing about this mod, and now you can see I'm traveling. Maybe I should start here, but this is not part of the mod. This is part of the old school Freelancer. Freelancer was launched in 2003. You know, that's a really long time ago. And the cool thing is that me and some friends back then, like my friends introduced me to the game when I was 14, which will be in 2004. And when they introduced me, oops, that is the wrong button. Do not press escape, that will not help you.
Dock denied.
There we go. I need to press F1 to turn down the volume, I think. Tiny bit. Right, there we go. No, that's not how I do. Yes, I want to save. So I was 14 and they introduced me to this game, and I remember playing this game with these friends, and I think this makes it my top 3 of total favorite games. But we were spending so many hours on discovering. We did play the single player, of course, but we also played the multiplayer, where you can like I'm doing now, transporting things from one place to another, discovering trade routes, fighting. Like there's a lot of space fighting. If you want, you can take missions to take out pirates, whatever. You could be a pirate yourself. You know, back in 2004, for me, this game seems like a game with endless possibilities compared to almost all other games. You know, you're flying in space and so on. And I've been playing this game a few times since. I tried to force my friends to join me to play it because it's more fun to play with others. But it hasn't been a great success. That's partially because we tried a really, I wouldn't say it's a bad mod, but the community was kind of hard to play with in the mod called Crossfire. This is called Discovery. There's another mod called Crossfire, and I don't know, I just felt like we got attacked every other minute, and all players was really just about pirating each other, and you know. Well, the short of the long is that at some point last week or 2 weeks ago, I discovered this mod called Discovery. No pun intended. And I downloaded it like Sunday afternoon, I believe. And today it's Wednesday. So 4 days ago, I downloaded it, I installed it, and I jumped in. And it was just an amazing experience. The few people I actually met quite a lot, have really been nice and cooperative, and you know, and this server is a RP server, a role-playing server. I have never done role-playing before, never ever, not like this at least. But you know, they're all like I met a police officer, and he was talking real police talk, you know, and he had to scan my cargo hold, and I apparently had contraband. I did not know that the items I had was actually contraband. And I was just about to dock into the planet after flying for like 15 minutes or something, and to actually get the money, I had to eject it into space, my cargo, since it was contraband, or else he would shoot me, you know. I of course follow the RP rules whilst playing on this RP server. I can from those rules and decide if I want to be good or evil or whatever, but I wanna align myself with the RP spirit to make that part of this experience as well. But the ground, like the main interface here, is kind of, I get shot at like crazy, but this has pretty sick armor, and this is considered a kind of starter friendly area still, so the pirates here are not, or the rogues they were called here, are not so scary. They won't hurt you for real, not with this ship at least. But the HUD here, the interface, is actually the basic interface of the old game. It looks pretty simple, and to some extent it is, but there's still a lot of configurations that I need to do with, you can change views, you can have turret view, you can look around with the turrets and shoot with the turrets and whatnot. You can have rear view and everything, and with the turret view you can also change how you control the ship. There's a lot of stuff, but it's really a simple, easy HUD to go to, right? So I think this game is amazing. It's easy to go to, there's a lot of depth. It's from 2003, which means that every PC that has, like, every PC can run this. Even if you have an old crappy PC, it will not be as old as this game, I promise you. And this mod has overhauled the graphics a tiny bit, but it has not been insane, you know. So I'm gonna sell this this Liberty Ale here, and let's see how it goes. Here we go. Let's just check it out. I just need to fix something on my other screen here. Let's just see if I can fix that first. I would like to see if someone writes, right? That would be cool. Here we go. I'm gonna sell Liberty Ale 1.5 mil. That's what, $1 mil in profits or something, I think. And I need to buy Synth Gel. Here we go. That I need to take to Hamburg. Here we go. I'm just gonna buy it. So 371,000. I will just make. We just use the GPS here. Here we go. I need to figure out how I got to Hamburg again. I can't remember right now. So let's just see. Hamburg is here. Texas, Bering, and then Hamburg. Okay. So I guess that I need to go to Bering first, and then I'll figure out the rest from there. Texas, Bering. There's Bering. Here we go. I'm just using another map from the internet to kind of figure this out. Mainly, what is going on? Here we go. Mainly since it has a bit more details than this one does. This server has actually uploaded an interactive map, so like the guys who made this mod and this server are really helpful. So I'm gonna trade route, and we're gonna get it to Hamburg. And what's really cool about this game is that you have the standard jump gates. This is a trade gate. So within a system, you can see that there are gates here. There are lines, right? And these lines actually they're used to travel within the system. But then you have to use jump gates to jump to another system. But there are also unsanctioned or off-grid jump gates that are just like within nothing, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna find that one in the system bearing, and I'm gonna jump to Hamburg from there, and it's gonna cut away a lot of time. I'm gonna save a lot of time. So that will be the plan so far. Now it's bugging using, so I tapped out now to check that out, and that gives me some issues, because if you're not tapped in when you hit the waypoint, it will not register that you're passing through the waypoint, so you have to go back up or have to make the new waypoint anew again. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna fly back into the old waypoint and then go again. So let's see. So the big question with games like these is that this game is kind of like an RPG in the sense that you develop your character or your story or whatever, and you get new ships, new equipment that makes you stronger and better. And the cool thing is that where the game usually would stop when you kind of go through the storyline, you manage to you know, kind of smack up the badasses or whatever, and you kind of are able to kill them off or win the good fight or whatever you want to call it. You know, you complete the history, the storyline. Then the game is kind of over. But with this RP community, they make such a big effort into making new events, new storyline, new story arcs, and so on. So there's always something new happening in this game. And it's really interesting for me that this is purely controlled and made by developers doing it for the fun of it, I believe. I guess they get donations. I hope they get donations, because I was just browsing the forums, and I can just see years and years back and like what is happening and what continues to happening, and how they interact with the community and the community interact with the developers, and to make this where this game where you as a player really have a huge impact in some way, and that your story can impact the greater picture as well. There is of course limitations, since if everyone tried to decide what mainly would happen around the storyline, I guess that would be pretty hard. So the developers have to figure out a greater storyline, like World of Warcraft is developing, for example. If you know that, they make a storyline about, I don't know, Ildian, like the bad guy in the end of the vanilla World of Warcraft. You know, he jumps the gate into what was it called, even like the new world, right? And you know, and there's something with demons and whatever, and they fight that off, and then there happens something with Wrath of Lich King, where like the Lich King arises, and you know, and that's kind of the same in this game, except that this game is really political. So right now, I believe, as I understood it, and I'm not really sure because I only skimmed through this, like the French, which will be in a sector for itself over here, the Gallic, like that is the French guys. They are currently invading into the, I think it's into the English side, right? So you have this whole old medieval struggle going on here, where the French are invading the English, just in space this time instead. And I believe there was a story arc before that, that was also completed, or at least ended somehow, and they move it on to a new story arc, right? And you then as a player can make your own factions within they call it houses, like what country they represent. So USA, America is called the Liberty House. England or Great Britain is called what's it called? I can't remember. Oh, I can check it here, I think, in my reputation. They are called... Whoa, here's a lot of outcasters. Britonia, they're called, of course. The Britonia house, and there's like the Japanese house that's called Kusari, I think. You know, all these houses represent a political faction. And you as a player can either join those main political factions, you can create sub-factions within factions. So let's say the Liberty Navy, right? Then you can make your own sub-faction within the Liberty Navy, which could be, I think the main one actually is just the Liberty Navy player faction. So players are kind of part of the Liberty Navy as well, and you can become an officer in the Navy there, and I don't know, they probably do missions to fight back against... Britonia is allied with Liberty, for example, so I guess they would go and fight back against the Gallic/French people who are invading and so on. And it's really cool, and that's kind of how I guess the storyline would evolve, right? So if there's a lot of people showing interest here, I guess it would make more sense for the developers to think that in somehow, to keep, like, then they know they have momentum because there are a lot of players interested in this already. So that's really something I'm looking forward to jumping into and exploring this whole. But right now, I think my character is an opportunistic character. My name is Bowie inside the game as well. I believe that I am. I don't know. I've never done this roleplay thing, so it's pretty weird. I had to. I thought I'd given it some thought. So I guess I'm an opportunistic guy who look for opportunities, usually lawfully, but if I either meet some new friends who are really cool and I want to join them being a pirate, or if I figure out a way to smuggle something, and that would be fun as well, I guess I would do that. So there's a lot of opportunities, but I usually will try to keep myself on the lawful and at least abide by rules. I won't be a complete rebel. I won't be that badass, I think. But you'll never know. I'm a new character in this game, and in this game. So maybe I just... Oh, what's that red stuff coming out? That's actually... No, I'm just gonna try and take down this Xenos dude just to see. Then I can show you some combat as well. So I have to hit the cross, right? And I can actually target him, and I can target the different parts of what I want to hit. I want to take out, I don't know what I'm hitting. I'm hitting a drone mine. I guess that's not really helpful. So that's the gravitational shield. I guess with these small fry ships, it doesn't really matter a single thing. And boom, he's gone, right? You see, and I can pick up whatever he lost. I'm such a tank right now, so these small guys, they can't really do damage on my shield. They don't have enough firepower to actually inflict damage on me. I promise you, if you go out to some of the outer regions, even with this ship or something better, you will get hammered. You will get smashed like hardcore. I started this game with just trying to explore for trade opportunities and whatnot, and like I usually do when I play games, I end up exploring the whole universe instead. So there's that. Oh wait. I'm just gonna check something over here. I'm sorry. Here we go. But right now, I actually met a guy in the beginning that I play with, and he was really cool, but he's from the US, so I'm not really sure when he's gonna be online. And that might happen as well. I meet someone, I team up with them or whatever. I try to do stuff with them. Right now I have to figure out I need to go to Freeport first, that's for sure. I need to go to Freeport 2. and once I get there I have to fly out into space somewhere. And I'm just gonna check the coordinates. It's gonna be C6, coordinate C6 somewhere. Okay, so here we go, coordinate C6. That is, you have the 6 line, you have the C, and I think it was around here. That's what we're gonna do. That is what we're gonna do. Okay, I have a big ship, and I really struggle with docking at times right now. It might be the ship form or entry point. I don't know. There's just some of these trading lanes are a bit buggy if you don't hit it in the middle of it. Sometimes you also just go sideways through it. I don't know. I mean, it's an old game. Usually you were not supposed to fly these trade ships. I know they added a ton of ships and bases, and you can make custom player bases and whatnot. I'm sorry, I'm gonna cough. Here we go. So there's just so much. I actually believe this is defense center. I honestly think this is a player base. Since it's red, then I can attack it. Normal bases cannot be attacked. Oh, I'm actually taking a lot of damage. This, you see, now I'm actually out where I take a lot of damage. So there's a separatist. I do not know what that is. Of course, that would be separatist for Freeport. I guess. I don't know. And that was a hostile base as well. I did not know that. So these are either Senos or separatist. But as you can see, my shield went down, my health went down, and I forgot to buy nanobots and shield bots. I really regret not doing that before, because if I die now, like you guys don't know, but before this stream and this series I want to do, I really died a lot trying to figure out stuff. I really like the trial and error, but I lost so many cargoes that yeah, at some point it stops being fun. Now I want to earn money, and once I earn some money, I guess it's dollars in this game, credits, whatever, I'm gonna buy a cool ship and cool stuff. Exactly what, I'm not sure of yet, since I believe I need to get 100 mil or something to actually buy something proper. 100 and something mil. As you can see right now, I have 3 mil. Well, 2 point whatever, 2 point almost 8. So there's quite a way to go right there. There's also the possibility that you can create several characters. So say that I want to have a character who's a real badass, or like a real fighter dude who just want to go and smash people. I can make that. I can make a miner guy. You can mine in this game, whatever. But as it is right now, I actually think that this character is gonna be what we call it, open for different stuff. So maybe I figure out the next ship I want to buy when I upgrade instead is gonna be a fighter or something. The downside is that you only sell ships for half the price you buy it, or less. So that's gonna hurt the pocket if I swap around too much. Maybe I can't earn the money back by being a pirate hunter. I don't know. So I'm probably gonna make a new character, but at least that's a question for later. Right now I just want to see how much I'm actually gonna be able to haul in with this, and we're gonna go to Planet Hamburg. It's 250. Here we go. And where did we? Okay, so it's actually, now they're speaking German to me. I understand a tiny bit German, but see, this is actually something I don't know about. If I would actually assume that going to one of these trade lanes would be faster, but it's actually kind of hard to know. Just clear waypoints. Here we go. So there's 38k. No, I have got to be so close now that this can't be. I can't be bothered. That is really a good question. At what point are you far enough off that it would be faster to go to these trade lanes? And also how fast you're flying. I assume that you're flying 1,000 or something. Right now I'm flying 350 space knots or whatever you want to call it. But it's kinda, I'm kinda curious. Well, let's just figure it out. I don't know if my screen has frozen actually. That would be unlucky. I do believe it has. Well, maybe it has frozen for a while. That's really unlucky. Alright, let's see if this worked. Let's just see Freelancer. It is clearly not working as I wanted to, huh? Well, that's always fun when this happens, but well, that is kind of boring. Well, I am gonna have to end this stream then, and then we're gonna have to try again, I guess, since apparently it, I don't know if this game capture is